Yeah, I was just thinking about Sasha and Digweed. I thought maybe I'd come on and talk about like Sasha and Digweed. If anyone knows those guys, do you know Sasha and Digweed? You alright, mate? Yeah, just listen to a bit of Sasha and Digweed. I was listening to it, but I haven't really heard it in a while. But did anyone ever go to like Fabric or anything like that back in like 2001? Did anyone go to Fabric in 2001? I watched Sasha and Digweed there in Fabric in 2001, which was really decent actually. Yeah, listening to like Sasha and Digweed and people like that. No, it's not Dickweed. No. People say this all the time, but it's actually Sasha and Digweed. Yeah. At the moment, Mr. Zavar, I'm actually listening to a bit of Sasha and Digweed. It's good. It's good music for just like normal people, really. You know, people that like things a bit more of the progressive variety. Yeah. If you know what I mean. Let's see. I'll just see what I was listening to last on Spotify. Yeah. Have you guys ever heard of Northern Exposure? It's by Sasha and Digweed. Yeah, it's by Sasha and Digweed. So really progressive music by Sasha and Digweed. DJ B2B. I mean, basically, Sasha and Digweed are DJ B2B in a way, because like you do got Sasha on its own, and then you've also got Digweed on its own, but like together they're Sasha and Digweed, which is like. It's kind of like, that's what music's all about to me. I think if I would choose between Leafos and Digweed, I'd have to probably choose Sasha and Digweed. I think probably out of the two of them. Now, who would I choose out of Sasha and Digweed? Now, I think that's not a question that most people would want to hear, or they'd want to ask. You know. I'm just waving at a few people here. It feels like a bit like 2001 in here actually at the moment, which is like really good. That's when I used to listen to Sasha and Digweed, who are some of my favourite people. Yeah, depressive house. We just call it prog ho. We call it prog ho. So that's like, yeah, that's what we used to call it back in like 1995. Yeah, exactly, 1995. Fuck, kill or marry Sasha or Digweed. I'd have to say all of them, but to Sasha and Digweed. Like, to me, if you couldn't really separate the two, if you know what I mean. Are they progressive? I mean, I guess they are. That's what they are. Aggressive mouse, yeah, that's fine. I've got a request from Lukey. Let's Lukey. No, just a time waster. I've had enough of those time wasters in my life. I've had enough of those time wasters. Trust me, I'm 51 now. And you know what? Thanks to progressive music, it actually feels like it's only been like 10 years. So my life has gone quite quick in some ways. Jamie, I think would I prefer Sasha and Digweed or Sasha and Digweed? I think I'll go with Sasha and Digweed on that one, I think. Yeah, I'll go with Sasha and Digweed. I mean, Sasha without Digweed it still is Sasha and Digweed to me, but yeah, it's quite complicated out there. But you know, I thought I'd just clear a few things up. They've been going through my mind lately. What's been going through my mind lately? Yeah, well, I thought I'd clear that up anyway. You know, I'm just waving at everybody, all these new people that have probably never experienced progressive house before. You know, all these newbies. I might go. Does anyone want to join me in a Mixed Mag comment section at some point and comment Sasha and Digweed? So every time you see a post, always type in there Sasha and Digweed, and we'll know who we are. We're a collective. Did they replaster your bath? So Sasha and Digweed replastered my bathroom, and now my bathroom is a progressive bathroom. Whatever they do, they make it progressive, I guess. I would say is progressive house the best genre to take a shit. I wouldn't know what it's like to take a shit without progressive house, so it's not really fair for me because that's all I ever listen to. If you could get adopted by Sasha and Digweed, who would you choose to be your father, Sasha or Digweed? I think for that one, I would choose Sasha and Digweed, probably for that one. Because what is a Sasha without Digweed? Take a shot every time he says Sasha and Digweed. I guess I'm going to say Sasha and Digweed then. So, no, I do love Sasha and Digweed. I'm just listening to Northern Exposure, which is a mix. It's a mix and a disc by Sasha and Digweed. So I think you should definitely have a listen to that. And you know, and it's true as well. It's quite exposed in the north. The exposure up there is insane. You get exposed to all sorts of things like progressive house, Sasha and Digweed. Who came first, Sasha or Digweed? I think they just both orgasmed at the same time. I imagine. That's how in tune they are. Technics headphones on 1210 Mark II in grey. Yes, Sasha and Digweed is my answer to that. Do you ever just Sasha and Digweed? I mean, that's literally why I'm here today, to kind of prove to people the Sasha and Digweed, if you know what I mean. Just waving at a few people here. If a tree fell in the forest and no one was around to hear it, would it still be Sasha and Digweed? Yeah, no, it would be, because I think in the forest, you know, progressive house is enjoyed by nature. People that don't know Sasha and Digweed have probably heard a Sasha and Digweed tune and thought, you know what, this is actually really good, and I'm going to base my whole personality around it. But if you play Northern Exposure at a gig in the Southern Hemisphere, would it still be Sasha and Digweed? Yeah, I mean, it's one of the rare occasions when Digweed would come before Sasha. But because like everything's upside down, it still would be, you know, Sasha and Digweed at the end of the day. Which is why it's one of the things I love the most about Sasha and Digweed is that it is like, it's easy to remember. It's just Sasha and Digweed, like it's that easy, which is brilliant. I really enjoy it. Oh, this is really great. And listen to the breaks in this. This could easily be Aphex and Twin, couldn't it? But it's not. It's not. They're very eclectic. This is why they're the daddies. They're surrogate daddies. Just two of them in tune with themselves, with nature, with the vinyl disc. It's a renaissance. It is a renaissance. And, you know, Renaissance Records, if it wasn't for Renaissance Records, I don't think I'd be saying Sasha and Digweed. I'd just be saying Sasha, and I might be saying Digweed. But obviously I'm getting it all wrong because it's supposed to be John Digweed, isn't it? But, you know, that's not how we say it in my circles, because we haven't got enough time left on the earth when you're 52, so you've got to shorten it a little bit. Is it in reverse? No. Oh, Exotica, I only play vinyl. That's absolutely great because, you know, my friends, you know, not my friends, I almost met them once, Sasha and Digweed. Potentially, potentially, you know, I think they've coined progressive house, you know. But yeah, I almost met Sasha and Digweed once. So we were at a cooking festival, and they were just there with like their wives and stuff. But I spotted them a mile off, and I went over to them, and they went, "It's like looking in a mirror." That's what they said to me, and then that's it. They left, but we never really got to shake hands, which is a shame, really. Yeah, Exotica. Yeah, you got a vinyl record, and that is what music is to me, really. Yeah, it's a cooking festival. Yeah, I think they have their steak is well done, but over a long period of time, because that's how they roll. They do their music very well, but they take their time with it. So that's how they like their steaks, which is nice. I'm actually going, not me, but the person who runs this page is going live on TikTok Live at 7, and they're going to be answering questions. What are the questions? No questions about Sasha and Digweed, sadly. The questions they're going to be answering are, what are the essential items you want to take to a club? So if anyone knows, there's a post on my page, put a question in there, and they're going to answer it on Facebook Live. Nick Blomley, you are a legend. If you like Sasha and Digweed, you're a legend. Do you think Sasha and Digweed sounds better on USB or CD? Oh, definitely on CD. Like CD is basically like the digital vinyl in my eyes. If only they were bigger so that you could, you could scratch on them without damaging them. How do you make your sandwiches? Do you put Sasha on the top bread or Digweed first? Well, first of all, they're a club sandwich, and then once you've got the toothpick in, you can turn it sideways so that they're exactly equal, and that's why I think it's called progressive house. To be fair, sorry, HRISE, can you stop ignoring me like my dad did? Sorry, is this filter reminding me of your dad? Reminding you of your dad. CD, yeah, CDs are warmer than vinyl. So, club mate or club mate, just club sandwich. Name a better mix than GU19LA. Sasha and Digweed Fabric 2001, I think, is probably better than that. Hello, everybody. I've got to try and, basically just here to talk about Sasha and Digweed, really. So I don't know why you tuned in. But if you hear Sasha and Digweed in person, would you consider it as a Sasha and Digweed acoustic set? Well, when I saw them at the cooking festival, I was wondering that myself, because they are quite acoustic. They use a lot of acoustic elements. That's why they're actually they've stood the test of time, because they don't just use electronic elements. They also bring in acoustic elements, which is basically one of the hardest things to do. That's why they use vinyl, because vinyl is actually acoustic secretly. So think about that. Yeah. So that's the only sink is in the kitchen. That's right. Sasha and Digweed do know about this as well, because they've been draining my bank account for a long time. I've been buying all of their stuff, even the represses. Yeah, so it was those Global Underground compilations, but then it became Overground, and that's when I think Sasha and Digweed really, okay, they reached another level, which is great, but it's also really sad. Don't say Dickweed. No, come on, man. No one wants to see that. We respect Digweed for what he does, really. Can Sasha and Digweed help your fentanyl addiction? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I used to have what's it called? Something like 5 cans of Diet Coke every day. 10 years ago when I was 43, and I was managed to quit it with the power of Sasha and Digweed. Oh, that's aspartame. I'm thinking of aspartame. I'm not sure what fentanyl is. For a house to be progressive, do you need both Sasha and Digweed in the house, or could you do with just one? I think when they split up, they kind of held each other back in a way. So when they're together, you've got 4 legs there, and 4 legs is better than none, especially if you're trying to progress in life. Sasha at Berlin Parade 22 or Digweed closing set at Twillo NYC 1999. I think the Twillo set is, it's something that's close to a lot of people's hearts in the progressive house scene. When he was in New York, he really, really showed them how to do it across the pond. And as someone who's really, really, just loves being British, I think, let's just show him how it's done. You know what I mean? Jamie says, I was prescribed Sasha and Digweed for my depression, and I feel better than ever before. Exactly. That's why they call it, the depressive house, because it kind of can bring you out of a slump. It's just one long slump, really. Progressive house or regressive house? I mean, regressive house, if you ever hear a DJ playing regressive house, all you have to do is hit the rewind slapper on the CDJ, and then it'll start playing forward again. Yeah, Sasha and Digweed, that's exactly right. Why progressive is better than trance? I think really when we got into our old age, we just really couldn't be bothered with build-ups anymore. So we just thought, why not just make it a really flat plane and we can just chill, It's why most camping sites are are flat and progressive. I'm confused to send my mixtape. I have posted on SoundCloud and need more suggestions. Well, really what you should do is channel Sasha and Digweed and try and post it, wherever you can, but then also just don't really worry too much, If your tracks are 40, 50 minutes long. Yeah, that's when I think you're going to start getting a bit more traction, because these Twillo, yeah, no, it's Willow Twanky. 2i low, you noob. What, a noob? I don't look like a newborn baby. That is absolutely, oh, come on. I don't look like a newborn baby. Is that what noob means? Sorry, I'm a bit old. I'm 52. I can't remember much before or after Sasha and Digweed, but I just remember being there, having a couple of speckled hens, as we used to call them. And yeah, I was really, my face looked like someone had wrapped sellotape around it. It was just absolutely brilliant. I couldn't stop smiling. If you had 2 kids, would you name one Sasha and Digweed, or would you name both of them? I'd probably name both of them Sasha and Digweed, to be fair, because yeah, that's what I like. What came before Progressive Hours? I don't want to know. I really don't want to know. It was a standstill in time. Is it true that there can only be one true master, so mastering the track is impossible? No, it just means you can only master it once, because if you master it again, once this became an MP3, obviously it decays over time. So, Exotica, I have 500 records. I hope they're not police records. Just kidding, mate. Just kidding. I hope they're vinyl records, because they're really warm and analog, which obviously I love here. So anyway, catch me at 7 p.m. on TikTok Live. I'll post it in the story, and you can put your question in my latest post. I'll catch you later. Sasha and Digweed. Sasha and Digweed. Sasha and Digweed. Sasha and Digweed. Oh my God, it came on the best track. Sasha and Digweed. Sasha and Digweed. Sasha and Digweed. Come on, Sasha. If you could combine the DNA of Sasha and Digweed, would you call the new creature? Would call the new creature Sasha and Digweed.